My name is Loic, and I'm a co-founder at OmMake. The home building and home renovation industry is dominated by small businesses. These businesses are tasked with building your dream home and are under loads of pressure to complete projects on time. Let's consider an example. Joe is an independent general contractor, and every day he works hard managing a team of subcontractors to coordinate building new homes or renovating existing homes. He currently uses text messages and phone calls to communicate with subcontractors and homeowners, but he finds himself constantly looking for old messages and often mixes up projects. Joe also uses these messages to write down schedules using pen and paper, then communicates them with the homeowner and subcontractors over the phone. As you can see, this process gets disorganized very quickly, and he is often working on several projects at the same time, which can further complicate things. With millions of dollars worth of contracts, Joe can't afford to make mistakes. If Joe can't solve his problem, his business loses contracts, credibility, and most importantly, money. For general contractors, communication, scheduling, and invoicing between homeowners and subcontractors are the biggest factors in retaining contracts. Unfortunately, for general contractors, there's not a solution that is easy to use and will solve their organization problems. Many of these existing platforms include many features that small businesses do not use and are too complex to learn or are out of their price range. Our web and mobile platforms provide customers with an easy-to-use and reasonably priced solution for all communication, scheduling, and invoicing needs of contractors. With cloud integration, we enable shareable content production between various team members. Contractors can use their phones while on the job site to keep their team updated and reduce downtime. Our app is organized into three main sections. We have a messaging section that allows you to communicate between different groups of people. You can manage access to channels and create new channels as needed. Then we have a scheduling section that allows you to assign tasks and check updates from subcontractors. For example, you get updates when a subcontractor has started working on a task, completed a task, is on the job site, or leaves the job site. This allows us to automatically track the number of hours your subcontractors work with a nice summary on the subcontractor's profile. We also allow your subcontractors to send you invoices through the app. This means that you can manage all of your invoices through one easy-to-use platform. For our beta application, we will be releasing a platform with messaging, scheduling, and invoicing features. For our beta application, we'll be releasing a platform with messaging, scheduling, and invoicing features. Messaging channels facilitate organized communication. Scheduling allows you to easily coordinate subcontractors and track their progress. And we will also host uploaded documents on the cloud so content is easily shareable between team members. We are offering a subscription-based service which depends on the number of projects you're managing. Starting out, our service will have a 1-month free trial period in order to grab user interest. In our interviews with general contractors, the #1 way they found out about applications was through their social network. We will incentivize contractors to recommend the app to others in their industry by giving them a free week for each subcontractor that they get to run the platform. Through a free trial, incentivized references, and targeted ads, we will try to get as many contractors on board as possible. All of the contractors we spoke to are willing to use our beta application and are willing to spend at least $1,000 a year on the software solution if it is the right one for their business. The majority had already evaluated similar products, but found them to be very difficult to use with too many features. One of the contractors had even tried to work with an app developer to try and develop a similar solution to his organization problem. Another one that we talked to said that he couldn't use an existing competitor because it cost $400 a month, which is too much for his business. According to the Joint Center for Housing Studies at Harvard, the home improvement and repair industry is worth $300 billion. The study also points out that the average size of remodeling companies fluctuates around 3 employees. A lot of their work is done through subcontractors that they need to manage. Although general contractors are the vertical we're focusing on, we also talked to a security systems integration company. They thought that this would be a very useful tool in their industry and is another potential market for our product. Our team has years of experience developing user interfaces. Rishab has worked as a software engineer in both server-side and mobile application development for almost 2 years as the first employee of a TechStars company. I have 3 years of experience developing user-facing applications for a startup, Fortune 500, and a national lab. If you're interested, please talk to us about our product, check out our website, or sign up for our beta. Let's revolutionize the way general contractors manage their business.
4 minutes, 54 seconds.
Okay.
So you're snugging right up against that 5-minute limit, which you probably want to give yourself a little bit more cushion there. At the beginning, you talk about kind of the market. You mentioned that there's this kind of dominated component to it. What's the data around that? So I think at the very beginning, we were talking about the general home market. There's some data you can put in there to make it feel much more real and tangible.
Like about the size of companies? Or?
Yeah, when we're done with all this, show me again. I didn't write down enough detail here to remember exactly what was in my brain for the data I wanted to hear in that moment. So we can do it after class real quick. How many subcontractors does Joe have? It's like, how big is this problem? Is it 2? Is it 20? Is it 100? Giving me a sense of that, I think, would really help. I would really encourage you, this sounds kind of weird, but your pictures are too precious. They're so obviously stock photo that it makes me think this is all fake.
Yeah, we made it.
Which is totally cool. You'd be surprised how good you can get, like on Flickr, where you can get pictures that still have a little bit of muck to them, that they don't feel so perfect. But it looks like, oh, that's actually Joe. Like when I saw the perfect angle from you can tell it's like a $5,000 camera, the great lens, I'm like, that's not Joe, that's a stock photo. So if you can get a little grimy, I think it actually really helps your story. The cloud slide was up there way too long, and it really only, the last 10% of what you said was associated with your app plus the cloud. So I would think about, are there other things that need to go in there? I think you got to answer the fact, do subs have smartphones? Do these subcontractors to the trades actually have a phone that's capable of this? And if not, how do you integrate that into your product? I have a joke at Techstars, every bullet point's $50, so you owe me $200. Take the bullet points out, please. And put in there either an iconic representation. You've got it in your demo, the icons of each of those sections, put them there. Take the bullet points out. What's your price? This is actually a comment to everybody. It's just sort of suddenly occurred to me. Nobody's talking about price in your pitch. I would encourage you to do that. Take a stand, take a guess. What's your price? What's the economic engine of your business?
For that, we just have a slide that's like, it's going to cost you $10.
In your demo, so for you guys, in your demo, hey, I hailed somebody at the end when there's the exchange. What's the monetary exchange side of that? Just bake it into your demo. For Wizard Kitty, it's probably yeah, you've got to have you've got the Steam page that shows the price. For you guys, give me a sense of what's the metering, what's the economic engine look like. I would make a bigger deal out of your beta customer that glues together his own solution. Maybe bring him as a more prominent character. And I would take out the example where something was too expensive for somebody to pay. Because all that signals is, oh, this is a super price sensitive market, but nobody's going to pay you anything. So take that example out, that'll get you a little bit of time back. And this is a really kind of not a real subtle thing. Use a current picture of yourself. Okay. That looked like a freshman picture. So grab one that's current. Okay. It'll just make the team slide come together a little better. Because my brain was like, I'm looking at the screen, I'm looking at you, I'm looking at the screen, I'm looking at you. Because again, the whole thing is for everybody. The whole thing about pitching is you want to anticipate what's in my brain, but don't make my brain work at all to figure anything out. And it's subtle. I'm picking on something super subtle, but this is in everybody's pitch, which is a moment where something's up there. It's like my brain does a little record scratch a little bit, and I lose you because I'm trying to figure out something that's on the screen. So again, that's for everybody. Take those moments out as you can. But it's good.
Thanks.